Hello guys, Zueljin here. Welcome back to the Cobblestone Chronicles. Guys, last time we left off, we did a little master bedroom that came out quite good, and the house is actually coming along real well. We've got a couple of rooms put together now. We also have the living room with the television. We have the upstairs access, but nothing really up here. It's only a bed that I've been using to save my spawn point. We have a little dining area here, and also a kitchen. So I think we should probably worry about some aesthetics now. Last time I talked about maybe doing a billiards room here, and I think that's where I want to start today. So the idea with a billiards table is it can't really be working, but it would be nice to be able to do something with it, just to say, oh, that's neat. So what I thought about doing for a little while is putting together something with some hoppers and maybe some green wool. So that's where we're going to start today. For now, we need to get some ice so that the balls actually slide well. And in order to do this, I'm going to need packed ice. So because I don't want it to melt. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the house, grab some packed ice, and I'll meet you back here when I have the right materials. Stay tuned, we'll be back. Alright, you guys. So I think I got enough materials to do what I wanted to do, at least to start off the billiards table. I'd like to make it 4x5, and I think I'm going to set it up in this corner. I originally thought I was going to set it up here, but the placement is going to be odd, and it needs to be 5x4, and as you can see here, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in order to sit in the center, it's probably going to need to be facing this way. So let's go ahead and take our packed ice, and we'll chop away a little hole here. Let's see. I should not use this as the center. We need at least 2 spaces here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll do, oh, that's actually 5 there. 4, there we go. And I think I want it to come out 1 extra so that I'll have more space here. So let's actually do this, and I'll place these back. Now we can chop away this middle, and we have some room to work with. So in order to use packed ice, I'm going to need it to have at least 2 on all sides, so it can represent 1.5 tiles when I cover the sides of the ice with the stairs. So we want to do packed ice like this, and we also want to do packed ice here, 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 ooh, here, and here. Thankfully this stuff doesn't turn into water when you break it. Alright, now we can do our hoppers in all of the corners, and I realize it looks a little bit odd because the hoppers are so large, but it's really the only way to do it. We can do some carpet, some green carpet to represent the felt, and we should have plenty with this here. So let's go ahead and cover all this with felt now. And I tried a bunch of different things like potted plants and stuff like that for the corners, but nothing really worked out as well as I thought it would. Now we're gonna need, I forgot one of the most important things, we're gonna need stairs. What I think I'll do is, I think I'm gonna use dark oak stairs and give it like a bevel just to show that there's an exterior. And I just need to make sure that I don't have any dark oak stairs around. It appears that I do not. Only one more to check. I do have dark oak wood stairs. Very good. So let's go back and head in, and we'll place the dark stairs all around to cover up that unsightly ice and the sides of the hoppers. So we'll go ahead and cut this away. And just to show you how it's supposed to look, I'll go ahead and place these stairs here. As you can see, it'll be like a border for the table. Honestly, I think it might look decent with another set of wood as well, but I really don't want to upset the balance of what I already have with the patterning. So I'll just finish it up with the dark oak. I think birch would be too light, spruce would be too, I think it would contrast wrong, honestly, and regular wood probably just wouldn't do. Let's see here. Nope, wrong way. I knew I'd get that wrong. Let's shift click on the bottom there. Perfect. And we'll do these sides as well. And boom. Now it looks like a pool table, or sort of. The light's not really right with it, but as you can see, if I slide anything in, the pearls will actually, well, it's not as wide as it should be, but the pearls do just get dropped right into the hoppers, and technically it's supposed to slide. Let's see if I can make it slide. There we go. So it does slide a little bit. That's about as functional as I'd like it to get, and I got a ton of ender pearls in my pockets now. No real way to access the pockets, but that's okay. So now I'd like to do, I guess, a little corner cocktail table, and to do this, I'm actually gonna kind of implement the same thing here with the stairs. Let's go ahead and do these 4 here, and I'll place stairs like so. And that actually came out a little wrong. There we go, and there. Now we have a corner table. It's a little bit tight, but it'll work. Let's go ahead and place stairs on top of this now. Might as well use my packed ice as a brace. And we'll do that, 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 and now we can move this out the way and put one more stair. There we go. Oh, it did it again. The idea here is to get it to where it looks like a pedestal, just like that. Now in the corners we can actually do, I'm thinking that we can do a recess, or I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain what I want to do. I want to use nether brick stairs, and I'd also like to, let's go in the kitchen right quick and use that crafting bench, if I could find the kitchen again. We'll do some nether brick fence for the pedestals. So this should give us plenty enough. Yep, sure does. Now we can make like some little bar stools in the corner. And for the bar stools, I guess I'm gonna place one here, which if I place like that, it stands up, you see? So I'm gonna need it to be one lower than that. And in order to do that, I'm gonna need to knock out this piece here, and I guess I'll go with this piece there. And now we can put down something underneath, which I guess we can use, let's see what we can use here. We can actually use wood. Yeah, the dark oak will do. And we are actually gonna have to replace all of that, I believe. Oh no, this will work. Okay, so let's go ahead and place our 2 corner stools here, and we'll place some chair backs, and I believe the chair backs, the nether brick stairs will work fine. So we'll do a chair back there. No, that's wrong. I might have should have did the chairs first. Let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna be a little hard. I think I'm gonna have to get right on top of this to be able to do it effectively. Perfect. Little chair there. And now I can do a little chair here. Where'd my other nether brick stair go? In the corner, naturally. Get the dirt out my inventory. Cool. Now I have a little board table. Also, this is a flat surface, so I can do something like a potted plant with that, which would look pretty cool. And probably a little corner light as well. So the chandelier, I believe I'm going to move, and I'm going to do some proper lighting above this, and I'll put the chandelier in the corner there. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put the fence up first. If I still have my fence on me. Yes, I do. And about there looks right. Now we'll put, do we still have our log? I bet you it went in that hopper. No, it sure didn't. That's funny. Maybe it went in the other hopper. Shoot, I can't tell anymore. Yes, it did. Heck, we could use this for storage right now. Until I finish off my design. Okay, so we'll do the little light here, and we'll do the little globes here. And now, I thought I had some item frames on this one, but maybe I was wrong. But that's a cool little light. It does its job, and I'll put the item frames on it later. Now we'll go ahead and replace the carpet here. And I'm gonna do, I guess, some sort of hanging light here. So let's see. So the table is actually not quite it's the wrong dimensions to do it evenly, so this will work, I suppose. Let's bring it down one more, and then we can do some glowstone here, here, and here. Actually, I could probably come one more out, so let's do that. We still have silk touch, so there's no waste. And let's go ahead and put those nether brick poles one to the side. Where's my pick? Oh, I thought I did it right. There we go. Alright, and we'll hang them from there and there. And there we go. It's partially centered, close enough, and now we can actually surround it by, I thought I had some more nether brick stairs, but I guess not. Let's see how many we can make. Be nicer if it was right in the middle, but that'll do. It communicates what it's supposed to be. Alright. 4 nether brick stairs is not going to be nearly enough, and we are pretty much out of nether brick. Maybe we'll go with a different material. Birch might be good. Let's try out birch. It's all kind of experimental, guys. I'm just having fun with it. Let's see, so if we do this, it's a little big and it's a little short, honestly, but I think it does the job. maybe it's a little overkill with these. Maybe I should just concentrate on the glowstone by itself, although it is a little bit gaudy. Maybe if the glowstone was just as wide, but the beams hung from the side and I surrounded it with the nether brick fence, maybe that would look better. Let me try a couple of designs, you guys, and I'll be right back.
Alright, you guys, so I decided that I was going to use a double wide just so that it looked correct over it, and I went ahead and powered it pretty simply, I guess you can say. I ended up putting one lever and some redstone just to make them all come on. I really wish I could have got it a little bit more aesthetic up top, because I hate the lever sticking out, but from the bottom it does look good. Unless you go around back and actually see the lever, it's not too bad. I do want to cover this up, so I went ahead and got some trapdoors together just to give it a little bit more finished of a look. And I think I just want to add a couple of shelves here and there throughout the room just to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, busy, I guess you could say. So we could put a, let's see if we do a shelf here and a shelf right above it, and we won't really have anything on these shelves, but it's just a thought, you know. Yeah, that looks pretty pleasant. Up top here, we really don't have any room for them. We can probably do a little plant in one of these corners, but I don't have any leaves. I guess that's a pretty good room, though. I'm happy with that. I decided to take the felt off to kind of give it the idea that these were pockets. So I really wish it could be a little bit more finite, but without micro blocks or anything in vanilla, that's probably about as good as I can get it. But it is very well lit. I think I like the way the table came out, and I really like the way the light and the pool table came out. No way to really represent pool sticks. I've tried a few things and I couldn't really get it. The last thing I'd like to do is set up a little aquarium. Now, it's really difficult to say how I'd like to set this up because it would almost have to protrude. But I thought about it, and I can probably do a double thick wall here. Actually, it would probably have to be triple thick in order to correctly set how I'd like it. This would actually be a good way to do it as well, but I do have this in the way already. Let's see, I'm just trying to think here. Probably the best way to do it would be if I would close this, if I would come out one more right here and make this wall triple thick, and that would leave me an aquarium. So let's see what I can do. Actually, I can also do a double-sided aquarium when I think about it, and that would probably be, I can do that quite easily. I'm thinking. Let's try a couple things. It'll just be small, just a showpiece. If I knock this out, that's gonna actually mess stuff up right there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that back. And ideally, I would like it to be 3 wide right here, but it doesn't seem like I'd be able to do that too well. Maybe we ought to reconsider this. Alright, you guys, so I was looking around a little bit and trying to find a place that I'd like to put that aquarium, and I think I'm gonna place it here. Now, I went ahead and doubled up this wall so that I could do some cool stuff with it, and I think what I'm gonna do is drive a little hole here, and naturally we're going to have to take this out and this out. But as you can see, I have a little hole here that the water can pass, and if I place water, let's see how this is going to work. If I place water here, oh, that is going to have to get fixed. Let's see what I can do about that. Apparently it still wants to come out the side. How's that? And I could place water here as well. Now, let's see what happens when I take this away. I think that'll be exactly what the doctor ordered. Yeah, it sure is. So, I want to be able to place glass on this as well. And I do have a little bit of glass, but the first thing I need to do is put my fish in there. So, with item frames, I'll be able to emulate fish a little bit. I also want to stick some glowstone right underneath here. So I'm thinking that, let's see here. Do I have any dirt? No. I could just use the red wool for now because I have plenty of it. Let's go ahead and put the glowstone there, and that should give us some ambient light. I'm thinking. There we go. So we do have some light coming in there now. And I can... Oh, now the water's pouring everywhere, it seems. Let's stop that up right quick because it is making quite a bit of noise.
think that'll be a little bit better. Yeah, you can still hear it, but it's not that bad. Alright, so item frames can go in here. I know when I said to myself, man, placing item frames in water, but it does work. Okay, I do have a couple different varieties of fish. I got some salmon and some of the regular fish, and I'll go ahead and just place them a couple different ways here. Where's my regular fish at? I wish I had some clownfish, but it'll give me something to search for later. And I can do one more salmon there. There we go. And now if I put glass in front of it, I have myself a little aquarium. So I do need to border it actually. And I think how I'm gonna border it will be semi-decorative. So let's do some of this stuff here. And what I'll do is I'll do a regular stair. That's not what I want. Get my axe back out. I'll do a regular stair here and here. And a regular stair here and here. And on top, I'll come back out with the half slabs. Actually, that would probably look better if it was all the same wood. I thought I was going to try to mix it up a little bit, but I don't want it to not complement the rest of the house. So let's do it just one more time, just like that, and just like that. Now I can put my half slabs back up top. Oh, not there. Here and here, and there we go. Now we have a nice little aquarium that we can peer into. I wish the lighting was a little bit better, but also we could put some lighting. Now I think if it was any closer that it would not work out the way that it's supposed to. Let's go ahead and cut this away and see if we can do anything with that. Uh-oh. Well, there goes some of my front porch. Stupid creepers. Let me fix this up, you guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, got that all cleaned up. I think it would look better if I put some sand at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this without damaging too much of my house. Let's see, I'll place sand here, here, and here. And it looks like it went ahead and flooded it, but at any rate, oh Lord, look at this. There we go. That's much better. I like that. So now we got a little sandy bottom aquarium. It would be nice to have some other stuff in there, but unfortunately it takes up anything else will take up the water blocks. So that's an aquarium, you guys. So aside from that, I like the way it came out a lot. The aquarium looks good, the billiards room looks pretty good, and I am satisfied with these builds. Hello, Mr. Enderman. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, this is Zueljin signing off. Have a good one.